Hi, welcome to Brian Sews. This is a very casual little episode of Brian Sews. I'm just going to go over these Burda shorts. Okay, they started off as Burda pants, but I cut the legs off and they turned into Burda shorts. And then they turned into something I'm not ever going to wear because they look just absolutely terrible. So I have a little slideshow for you here that I'm going to show. And basically, just because they didn't turn out as shorts that I'm going to wear, I can still show you some of the details because I was pretty happy with some of the way it turned out. They have this top stitching detail that goes around the outside. Top stitching on a single layer of fabric is kind of difficult to make the stitches look really good because you definitely want to make sure the knot is behind or on the wrong side of the fabric. And this turned out okay. I really like the way the top stitching turned out on the pockets. This you can see the thicker thread, the thread on the inside there is that's the stitching I did on my industrial 138, and the thinner thread I did on the FOF 260. And I really like the way it's interesting when you mix the two. You don't notice that the thinner thread is thinner. You just see that it's a different color. I just like how the top stitching turned out a lot on the pockets. It's just another view of that. You can actually see there's a few little spots there where you can see the knot on the thicker top stitching coming through. Just a long photo here. I made them a little bit longer so I'd have more room to talk, and now I don't have anything to say. This pocket detail I really liked. I had initially intended on doing the double welt pocket like I had done on the last pair of these same shorts that I made, and I didn't look at the instructions before I did it again, which I should always review the instructions, but I didn't. And this is what was the result, was this square opening that I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then I should have used the same garment weight fabric for the inside of the pocket that was facing out, so that would look like, so that you couldn't see the pocket lining here. But I forgot, or I didn't, or I messed up, and I kind of like the way the pocket lining shows up, especially since it's a flapped pocket. That's totally okay. This is what it looked like on the last pair I made. You can see it's a double welt there, and then it has a pocket flap over it. You can also see at the edge of the pocket flap, there's that raw edge that I didn't really think about when I made the first pair, and it's kind of sticking out here. And that doesn't look good to me. That doesn't look professional, or, it's not like I want to make things look ready to wear, but that definitely doesn't look nice to me, the way that, with the surged edge sticking out. So when I made this last pair, I had figured out a way to basically hide that edge inside the stitching on the top of the pocket. So you see on the opening here that that's not visible. I also tried this technique where well, first of all, I really like how the top stitching on the pocket, or on the garment, lines up with the pocket. And I was doing this technique where I call it kind of sloppy sewing. It's not really sloppy, but it's like where you're not really trying to be so precise that it looks like it was done by a machine, where it looks like it was done by an actual person. And you can see the stitching is it has a little bit of roundness to it, I guess is what I would say, where the edges aren't, where everything is not like perfectly lined up and perfectly square and just perfect everywhere. And I kind of like that. If you walked into Target or Walmart and looked at any kind of cargo pocket shorts for guys, the stitching is more like this, where every pair is the same, but it's all got that same looseness I guess it's a looseness to the stitching. The fly area, I made this really wide fly for some reason, and I kind of like the way it looks. Again, actually here you can see this top stitching that comes around doesn't actually meet up perfectly. But, it's good. I like on the inside of the fly, first of all, I like all this extra stitching I did to secure the zipper, and I like how the top stitching comes around the outside of the fly opening into the inside, and you can see where they would meet up if they could meet up if the zipper wasn't in the way. I really like that. I also stitched really close to the zipper teeth. In fact, so close you can see I had to take a few stitches out because the zipper wouldn't open and close, because those actually went into the zipper teeth, and that's no good. but I really like the way all the extra stitching around the zipper looks. And you can see here, I'm just kind of demonstrating how far inside the fly opening the zipper is. This is just a basic technique in which I don't even know how to describe it really, but I've seen Sandra Benzina do a video on it, and it's just a matter of where you place the zipper tape on the center opening, the center front, before you stitch it down, and it gives you a lot more room here to get the zipper, you know, nice and far inside that opening. On the side pocket, I kind of messed up here. It was supposed to be, this is your little pocket lining fabric, so this is your little fashion fabric. It's actually inside out. That should have been the other way around, so it was a little bit brighter, but that's how it is. So you can see there's details that I do like about these shorts. Even though they turned out totally unwearable, I do like the way they turned out in general, and I'm kind of excited to pick up some more fabric and to do a lot of these techniques again, even though I'm not really super happy with the way they fit. So thanks for watching. That was my little explanation of my Burda 7768s, and yeah.